Hello, friends. Welcome to Action Summary Hub. What if I told you that your entire life could change? Not in 1 year, not in 1 month, but starting tomorrow morning? It was around 11 o'clock p.m., and Carlo was sitting alone in his small room, endlessly scrolling through his mobile screen. His eyes were tired, but his mind was full of promises. Like every night, he told himself, tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow I'll join the gym. Tomorrow I'll eat healthy. Tomorrow I'll finally start working on my dream startup. But deep down, he already knew the truth. Tomorrow would come, and nothing would change. Carlo wasn't special. He wasn't rich, famous, or powerful. He was just a normal middle-class guy with big dreams and silent frustrations. Every single day, one question haunted him. My life is such a mess. There's so much to fix. But where do I even begin? And that question alone was enough to keep him stuck, frozen between dreams and action. Then one evening, everything shifted. His friend James handed him a simple book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Carlo didn't expect much. He thought it would be another motivational book repeating the same empty lines: believe in yourself, work hard, and never quit. Words he had heard 1,000 times before. Words that never changed his reality. But as he turned the first few pages, something felt different. This book didn't shout. It didn't promise overnight success. Instead, it revealed a quiet truth: the power of tiny, almost invisible changes. Changes so small they seem meaningless today, but powerful enough to transform an entire life over time. The first idea was called Atomic Habits. Habits so small you can't even notice them. Habits so easy you can't make excuses. But when repeated every single day, they slowly reshape your identity, your mindset, and your future. Carlo paused for a moment and thought to himself, maybe this is the answer. Maybe I don't need to change everything at once. Maybe I just need to start small and never stop. The power of 1% better the next morning. Carlo didn't chase a massive life-changing goal. He made one small decision. He told himself, every morning after I wake up, I will stretch, just for 5 minutes. No gym, no intense workout, no pressure, just 5 minutes of moving his body. Carlo said, it's only 5 minutes. Anyone can do that. The first day, it felt strange. His body was stiff, and his mind kept telling him to stop. But Carlo reminded himself, it's only 5 minutes. After that, you're free to do anything. And he did it. Just 5 minutes, nothing more. Days passed. Slowly, something unexpected happened. 5 minutes became 10. Carlo said, my body already feels awake. Maybe I should also wake up my mind. So he added one more tiny habit. Every morning, he read a book, just for 10 minutes. At first, he laughed at himself and said, can 10 minutes really change my life? Then he remembered a powerful line from James Clear. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just like money quietly grows through interest, small actions quietly grow into powerful results. Carlo began to believe that these small daily actions were shaping a new version of himself, one decision at a time. 1 month passed. He didn't skip. He didn't quit. He simply stayed consistent. And something inside him had changed. Carlo said, I used to think big change required big effort, but now I understand. Real transformation comes from small actions repeated every single day. Building the system then, Carlo made another powerful change. He stopped using his mobile before going to sleep. Instead, he kept a simple notebook beside his bed. Every night, he wrote down 3 small goals for the next day. Sometimes it was just a 10-minute walk. Sometimes drinking 1 extra glass of water. Sometimes thinking about one new idea for his dream startup. These goals were small, but something inside him was growing. Slowly, his confidence began to rise. Tasks that once felt impossible now felt simple and achievable. The reason was clear. He was no longer fighting big battles. He was winning small ones. One week, there was a wedding in his house. The environment was noisy, busy, and completely out of routine. Everything was chaotic. The old Carlo would have smiled and said, it's impossible to stay consistent right now. I'll restart later. And later usually meant never. But this time, Carlo paused and told himself, no matter how busy the day is, I can still do 2 minutes, even in that chaos. He completed his smallest habit. He remembered one rule that stayed with him: miss once, but never miss twice. he understood something important. Missing one day doesn't destroy progress, but missing twice begins to destroy identity. Carlo's life still wasn't perfect. His days were not fully organized, but now his life had direction and intention. He became more aware of his actions. He reduced his social media use and started tracking his screen time. He didn't change everything overnight. Every week, he added just one small habit and protected the ones he had already built. Identity-based habits. After a few months, his friends began to notice something different. One friend asked, "Bro, you've changed. What happened to you?" Carlo smiled and replied, "Nothing special. I'm just trying to get 1% better every day." They laughed, thinking he was joking, but Carlo knew the truth. That 1% was changing everything. He also left behind one dangerous habit: negative self-talk. Earlier, his mind was full of doubts. He used to say, "I can't do this. I'm lazy. I'm not disciplined." Those words slowly became his identity. But now, whenever that voice returned, Carlo asked himself one simple question: can I improve just 1% today? If the answer was yes, he took one small step forward. No pressure, no perfection, just progress. At the same time, his startup idea slowly began turning into reality. He started simple market research. He tested his idea on a small scale. Within 3 months, he got his first real clients. Carlo was shocked. He never imagined that such small, consistent actions could create such powerful results. One night, he picked up a pen and wrote on his wall, "Success is not a goal. Success is a system, and systems are built with habits." From that moment, everything felt lighter. Carlo no longer felt the pressure to achieve something big every single day. His only job was to follow his system. He trusted that his habits would carry him to the future he once dreamed about. He realized the greatest lesson of his life: change doesn't come from motivation. Change comes from clarity and consistency. He didn't wait to feel motivated anymore. He simply showed up and followed his habits. When people asked him, "How did your life change so much?" Carlo answered, "Nothing changed in a single day, but every day, something changed a little." This is the true power of atomic habits. Small actions that seem invisible today, but over time, they create a completely new life. Most people never start because they try to change everything at once. But the ones who start with just 2 minutes are the ones who eventually reach 2 hours. Who are you becoming? It was a cold winter morning. Thick fog covered everything outside the window. Carlo sat quietly on his balcony, holding a cup of hot tea. His mobile phone was in his hand, but for the first time, he wasn't scrolling. He was thinking about how far he had come and how far he still wanted to go. Over the past few months, he had changed more than he ever imagined. But now, one deeper question stayed in his mind: who am I becoming? Carlo began to understand something important. Setting goals alone was not enough. Goals like, "I want to lose 10 kilos," or "I want to become a successful businessman," were only outcomes. They described results, not identity. Real change begins when a person asks, "Who do I want to become?" His startup had started growing, and he had gained a few clients. But one day, a client gave him harsh feedback. They said, "Your work looks immature. It doesn't feel professional." For a moment, silence filled his room. The old Carlo would have felt broken. He would have doubted himself and stopped trying. But this time, he paused and asked himself, "If I am a responsible entrepreneur, how would I respond to this?" Instead of quitting, he listened. Instead of running away, he learned. He asked himself another honest question: am I someone who escapes when things get hard, or someone who grows through challenges? From the next day, Carlo stopped focusing only on goals. He started focusing on identity. Every habit became a vote for the person he wanted to become. He told himself, "I am the kind of person who learns every single day." So he read for 15 minutes daily, not because he wanted to finish a book quickly, but because readers read every day. One morning, he stood up, looked at his messy bed, and said quietly, "I am a disciplined man." He made his bed. It was a small action, but it sent a powerful message to his mind. I am someone who takes responsibility. Slowly, his identity began to reshape his behavior. When people said, "You wake up early now," Carlo simply smiled and replied, "Because I am an early riser." He was no longer chasing results. He was becoming someone new. One day, his friend James asked him, "How do you stay so consistent?" "I try, but nothing sticks," Carlo answered, "Because I'm not just building habits. I'm building a new version of myself," he explained. When someone says, "I am a smoker trying to quit," they still believe they are a smoker. But when someone says, "I am not a smoker," their identity changes, and their actions follow. The 4 laws of behavior change. One evening, Carlo decided to build a simple habit: daily journaling. For the first 2 or 3 days, everything went well. He wrote consistently and felt motivated, but soon, the habit disappeared. One night, he looked at his empty notebook and said, "Why is it so hard to stay consistent?" He opened Atomic Habits again and found a powerful concept called the 4 laws of behavior change: cue, craving, response, and reward. First was cue: make it obvious. Carlo realized he was trying to journal late at night when his mind and body were already exhausted. He told himself, "No wonder I keep skipping it." So he changed the cue. He placed his favorite pen and notebook on his desk where he would see them every morning. Now, the reminder was always in front of his eyes. Second was craving: make it attractive. He said to himself, "If it feels boring, I'll never continue." So he added something enjoyable. After writing, he drew a small doodle on each page. This made the habit feel creative and personal. Third was response: make it easy. Instead of writing long paragraphs, he created a simple structure. 3 lines of gratitude, 1 lesson learned, 1 small doodle. He told himself, "Anyone can do this. It takes only a few minutes." Fourth was reward: make it satisfying. Every time he completed his journal, he placed a star sticker on his wall calendar. Watching the stars increase gave him a sense of progress. After 7 stars, he rewarded himself with his favorite coffee or a new book. One day, his friend James asked, "How do you make habits stick?" Carlo said, "Make them obvious, make them attractive, make them easy, and make them satisfying." James decided to try it too. He placed a book on his pillow so he would see it before sleeping. He told himself, "I'll read just 1 short chapter." After finishing, he rewarded himself by listening to his favorite song. Carlo also learned something equally powerful: how to break bad habits. He moved his phone to another room before sleeping and said, "If I can't see it, I won't reach for it." He turned his screen to grayscale, making it less attractive and less exciting. He installed an app that created a 10-second delay before opening social media. Those 10 seconds were often enough to stop himself. He even created a small penalty jar. Every time he wasted time scrolling, he put money inside it and said, "Every bad habit has a cost." Slowly, Carlo understood one truth: good habits don't happen by accident, they happen by design. Environment design and habit stacking. One day, Carlo realized a powerful truth: what I see every day is shaping what I do every day. He understood that willpower was not enough. His environment was silently controlling his actions. So he decided to redesign his space. He created a small reading corner in his room. Nothing fancy, just a chair, a soft light, and his favorite books. He told himself, "Whenever I sit here, I read." Over time, something amazing happened. The moment he sat in that chair, his mind automatically focused. His brain received a clear signal: this is the place where reading happens. Then Carlo discovered another simple strategy called habit stacking. He connected new habits with actions he was already doing. After finishing his morning tea, he told himself, "Now I will meditate for 5 minutes." After putting his toothbrush down, he told himself, "Now I will write 1 line in my journal." These habits no longer depended on motivation. They were attached to routines that already existed. But exercise was still difficult. Some days, he didn't feel like doing it at all. Then he asked himself, "How can I make this enjoyable?" He knew he loved music more than anything. So he made one personal rule: I will only listen to my favorite playlist while I am exercising. Suddenly, exercise didn't feel like punishment anymore. It felt like a reward. What once felt boring, now felt like something he looked forward to every day. Conclusion: 1 year ago, Carlo was the same person who said, "I'll start tomorrow." Today, he is the person who simply starts. Not because he had more motivation, not because he had more time, but because he changed the smallest things, 1% at a time. He stopped chasing big, impossible goals. Instead, he built simple systems he could follow every day. He stopped asking, "What do I want to achieve?" and started asking, "Who do I want to become?" Every small habit became a vote for his new identity. Every small action proved to himself, "I am someone who shows up." His environment supported him. His systems guided him. His identity strengthened him. And slowly, without noise, without pressure, his entire life changed. Carlo realized one truth: you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Now the question is not about Carlo. The real question is about you. What is the one small habit you will start today? If you found this summary valuable, subscribe to Action Summary Hub, where powerful books turn into simple actions, and small actions turn into life-changing results.